How do I make a safe environment for my boudoir clients? Being a male boudoir photographer, I have spent a ton of time making sure I am never perceived as the creepy camera guy, because creepy camera guys are a disease that plague our industry, and we want to provide a good experience for our clients. Now, just the fact that you're here watching a video about client comfort and safety means you're probably not the creepy camera guy or gal, and that's great. But there might be things you're doing accidentally you don't know were a problem, or this could inspire you to further look up other ways to create an amazing experience for your clients. And ladies, this video is for you as well. It's not just about being a creepy camera guy, but about creating a safe, positive experience for your clients. And I'm going to share some of the ways that I do that so you can also do the same for your clients.
It's showtime.
Hello, my name is Mike Lloyd and I am a boudoir photographer. I've been doing this for 7 years and I avoided boudoir photography specifically because of all the creepy camera dudes that my friends had bad experiences with. I never wanted to be associated with that. Now, given that most of my friends are women, I feel like I'm a pretty safe dude to be around, and the fact that they could trust me and confide in me these stories and ask for help, I felt like that was a pretty good thing. But I wanted to make sure that if I ever did this, I would never be associated with those people. I didn't want to accidentally do anything that created problems for anyone. So I asked a lot of questions and I did a ton of research, and I feel that I put together a pretty amazing experience. I mean, I get clients coming back in for repeat sessions, doing family sessions, inviting me to their kids' birthday parties. I'm doing something right over here, and I want to share that with you. So the 3 things we're going to go over in today's video are: number 1, always having another woman present. Number 2, creating a safe time and space for your clients to change clothing. And number 3, speaking about their body in a professional way. All right, so number 1, having another woman present. This to me is a non-negotiable. I will never be alone in a room with a client during photo shoot time. During the reveal, that's a different conversation. We're all clothed. That's a cool thing. And by then, we've already done the shoot and the experience. Totally cool. But on game day, during the photo shoot, I always have another woman present. Even if you're a woman also, I think it's great to have another woman present just because that's an extra set of hands to help out on the shoot. And it's always my makeup artist / hairstylist. So I didn't need to go find another assistant to help me. My stylist just stays for the whole 3 hours. So we do an hour and a half of hair and makeup, then we do an hour and a half of shooting, which is great because my stylist has already spent an hour and a half talking to my client. You know, I'm there as well, very intimately spaced doing her makeup and her hair. Client is comfortable with my stylist. So if we need a bra strap adjusted or hair moved out of the face or anything going on, my stylist jumps in and she's the one to do that. I never touch my clients. And it's an easy thing to have the stylist stick around. So when you're picking out a hairstylist, makeup artist, ask if they can stick around for the whole shoot and help as well. Now, I rarely ever have them move lights or touch any of my equipment. Occasionally, if I'm in a weird pose or I'm up on a ladder shooting down and I need to turn my light 10 degrees, I'll ask her to do that. But generally, she's just there to make sure my client looks and feels pretty. And because of that, my clients have started adding photos with my stylist into their albums. So say my stylist jumps in and she's moving hair or adjusting a shoulder of the dress or something, I'll take those behind the scenes photos and I'll include those in the images my client can choose for their album. The first time I did it, it was an accident. I was shooting behind the scenes photos for my own marketing purposes and I left them in the selection. My client saw it, she loved it. She's like, "Oh my God, can I have her in the book too?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" She said, "That's amazing," because, she followed me around for 3 hours to make sure I felt pretty, and I never want to forget that. I'm like, holy smokes. So now I always shoot those behind the scenes photos at my sessions and I include them in my reveals. And I'd say half my clients include that in their album, which is pretty cool because they help make the experience special just like you do. Also, having another woman present is basically an insurance policy. So if my client were to ever say something negative happened, she had a bad experience, I have another witness in the room who can verify the truth, whatever that may have been. That is very important to me also. And again, as a male photographer, just having another woman present who can help my client lace a corset, clip garters, do the things that I am not going to do, Absolutely invaluable. All right, number 2, having a safe space for your client to change clothes in. This is the time you put down the camera. You should never be taking photos while your client is changing outfits, unless you are specifically shooting that as part of your set. I do that where I'll have a client turn away and slowly lift the dress up and over or something like that. That's a different conversation. If my client is just changing outfits, they get a space over there, a dressing room that is all theirs. The door closes and locks if they want. There's a full-length mirror inside. That space is theirs. We do not go in and out of that space the entire time that they are in our studio, because I want to make sure they feel safe in there. That's their environment. They can be nervous and look in the mirror and adjust things and breathe and do what they got to do before they come out. And that is really, really important. And I listen to my clients for feedback. So I've added places in there for them to hang up clothes, full-length mirror as well. I had another mirror so they could check themselves out, but I had enough requests for full-length mirrors. I'm like, yeah, so I swapped it out for a full-length one. They can totally see themselves before they walk out, which is a big thing because a lot of times our clients are nervous. They got to hype themselves up before they walk out and are ready to take photos. So that is our space. That's what we do. And want to be mindful. Some clients don't care at all. They're like, can I just change right here in the studio? And we're like, I don't care. It won't offend me. But we're moving lights around, moving the set around in between outfits. So I usually ask them to go change in there anyway, just because they're going to be in the way if they stay right here. But it's really important to have that space. All right, and number 3, this one is huge. They're all big, but this one is huge. We need to speak about our clients' bodies in a professional manner that could never make them feel uncomfortable. So, for example, I would never tell my client, stick your boobs out. Instead, I'll say, lift your rib cage. Does the same thing, way more professional. I would never say, bend over and stick your ass out, because that's sure not going to be a comfortable conversation for either of us. Instead, I would say, roll your hips forward and stretch out your lower abs. Rock your hips forward and booty back. Something simple. Booty is usually the word that I use. That is pretty harmless. Just be mindful of how your clients will respond to things. It might be a casual word for you to say among your friends or your partner, but your clients are not your friends or your partner. Now, we're not doctors. We don't need to use medical terms, but you could say, yeah, roll your hips forward, stick your glutes back. Most people would know what that is. But again, I'm not going to talk about deltoids and trapezius and anything else. Just shoulder and sides are great for that conversation. I recommend taking yoga classes because you will learn fantastic ways to talk about your client's body parts and tell them to move without it sounding weird or uncomfortable. So join your local yoga gym for a month, drop in for a few classes, or just watch YouTube videos on yoga classes and pay attention to the way that they talk about body parts and how to move them. Take notes, because this will be your new script for posing clients. Again, I'm never gonna say, stick your boobs out. I'll say, elevate your sternum or straighten your spine, things like that. And if you're gonna be doing close-up shots of their body, or even just when I'm posing my clients, I'm never gonna stand there and look them up and down, because that can be uncomfortable also. Instead, I'll just look through my camera as if I'm going to take a picture, and then I can pay attention to each part of my client's body as I'm posing them, making sure the wardrobe is in place, because if a nipple is showing or the bottoms aren't quite adjusted right, I'm not going to tell my client, hey, your nipples are showing. Do you want those there? You totally can if you have that rapport, but fellas, I don't recommend it. Instead, I'll just say, can you adjust your top? Or I'll ask my stylist who's there, hey, can you adjust that shoulder strap or whatever we need to do? But it's easier to talk about the article of clothing than the body part underneath it. And you might think this is being overly cautious or prude or whatever. I would much rather err on the side of caution than ever make my clients feel uncomfortable. So there you go. Those are my 3 biggest tips for creating a safe environment for your boudoir clients. Always have another woman present to help out. Have a safe, dedicated space for them to change outfits. And 3, learn how to talk about the body and pose the body in professional manner. If you want to know more about posing, I've got great videos here on this channel, lighting videos as well. And if you want a thorough deep dive where I walk you through how I do everything in my studio to generate 6 figures of revenue, you can head to boudoirguild.com and check out the lessons there. And if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to help out. You can either post down in the comments below or shoot me an email, mike@boudoirguild.com, and let's make a safe environment for your clients. You are amazing. We'll see you inside.